Today, it's mid-morning on, well, it's 11:45 actually, on Monday the 18th, yeah that's right, Monday the 18th of July, and it's hottest day of the year again, and I'm sponsoring, just had a shower, and that's why I'm in my airline pilot shed. It's not particularly nice, but I'm doing the laundry as well because it's a nice day. What else? Yes, the reason I'm making the video. I've got a woodie I've sold. This guy, not a particularly nice one. He's got some dirt on his face. He's a bit grubby, could do with a bath. Proper, you know, hand towel bath with just a damp cloth, bit of soapy water, just to get the grubbiness off the cloth. And
you're my favorite deputy.
He's working great. He doesn't have a hat, and I sold him dirt cheap. I got £8.
There's a bandit.
£8.
I fooled ya.
And normally I would just turn the switch off at the back. There's a little switch on the flat there,
You know, you are one fun deputy.
and you can turn it from everything to just try me or off. Well, normally I would just turn him off, send it in the mail with incorporated batteries. But this has been bought by somebody in Canada, global shipping. Well, if you know anything about GSP, a lot of the time, if something's got batteries in, it just gets destroyed. So I'm going to take the batteries out. It's dead easy. I thought you'd like to know how easy it is. There's a little flap underneath the pull string. You flap it open. It's on hook and loop. Not that other word you're not allowed to use. And then if you pull his pants down, the bottom of his body is just a flat piece. There you go. I know the rest of him's pink, but there you go. Screwdriver, a cross ply or a small flat blade is fine. It's dead easy. One screw, that comes out. Two little double treble A's. I'll put that back. Make sure I don't catch his trousers. I'm catching his trousers, there you go. So that screws in. And you pull his pants up and hook and loop him back together again, avoiding that word beginning in V. I don't suppose it really matters in a YouTube video. Make sure his tag's sticking out, because this, after all, that's what they bought him for. He's a thinkway, doesn't have a hat, and he doesn't have a holster. This is why it was cheap. I sold him for £8. The person in Canada's paid over £30 worth in Canadian dollars. So that's probably, what's that, sort of $60 or something. We'll fold him up like that. Like he's holding his pants up like that and his trousers. That is going to go for a little box, £2.85 postage, £3.95 I've charged, as my previous video. I'll link that at the end of the video. Yeah, so there you go. Now it won't be intercepted. And I'm also going to put a little label on the box. No batteries in package. Won't be intercepted, won't be destroyed, which is important. Because I've heard of things with batteries being destroyed by the transshipment people because it had batteries in. Plus, of course, it's not insured properly if you do that, even in the Royal Mail. If you send something with batteries, it's just not insured properly. I've done a little note to the buyer to say to put some, I put double A's there, it's treble A's. I might just redo this one. It's only a 1 pence label, it's fine. Right, that was one thing. Another thing is, recently well, not recently, but a long time ago, I was more into electronics, repairing things, than recently where I've been putting things aside if they just don't work because the time involved in the repair just isn't worth it. For instance, I have a digital camera. That's not a good example, the very small electronics inside a digital camera. But say you have a VHS recorder and it doesn't work and you're going to sell it for £30. If you invest an hour and a half in it, you've lost all your money. Simple as that. It's just not worth the effort. So if something doesn't work and it needs replacements, it's going to be worth hundreds, or maybe 100, to be worth your while even investigating it. So these days I'll just sell something as spares or repair not working. Or if I've got something recently that I did actually buy a couple of things, spares or repair, that don't work, that I am going to repair because the job's easy enough and it's worth it. For instance, I have a PSP where the screen's gone. Cost me 12. The screens cost £14 to come from China. It actually came from London, but that's beside the point. It's a Chinese firm with their own shipment agency. It's come on a Chinese package and they've just slapped a British label over the top. Anyway, that's arrived. I'm going to be replacing that soon. Probably do a video. I've got a DS that I bought on Sunday, which I'll show you later. It's Monday, and I will be doing a video later of what I bought yesterday. One of them is a DS. Now I have a few donor DSs, and it's just a matter of opening the screen up and replacing the screen with one of the donors. And it looks really nice, turns on, battery's working, it comes with a charger for £2.50. So definitely worth doing. That's probably half an hour's work, maybe, say it's an hour, and I take it really easy and do it really carefully. It takes an hour, and I can sell it for £35 because it's a nice shiny black one, good quality, good condition, no dirt and all that sort of crap. Well, it won't have by the time I'm finished with it, because while it's out, I will clean all the plastics and round the edges and everything, and put it all back together again, and I'll sell it for £35 easy. What else? Oh yes, because of I was getting back into electronics, I started watching, I think it's Lee, Fix It for Reselling. Hi mate. And watched his series on repairing PS3s. Now I've got 3 spares or repairs, PS3s, sitting in the garage. But my go-to machine when I'm testing video games for Sony's is a backwards compatible PS3 that I have under the TV, and I use it for my own game collection. It's never been opened. Backwards compatible, plays PS3, PS2, PS1. Never been opened. It's got a small hard drive. I want to replace the hard drive, which actually you can do without opening the box. But also, it's starting to get a bit loud on the fan. Like that fan over there, I can hear it. I don't know whether you can hear it very much. It might be just a drone in the background of the video. But it'd be twice that loud. And it's under the TV when a quiet time comes in a game, or you're watching a DVD through it or something like that. It is loud as anything. Yes, that's the word. So I want to get in there, replace the capacitors, possibly delid it, and replace the thermal paste to make it nice and, well, quiet air. They're never very quiet, those PS3s. So rather than start on that one and make a right pig's ear of it, I thought I'd have a go with the ones in the garage. And to that end, last weekend I bought a PlayStation 3 for £10 with a load of games and a controller, I believe, in that box, and it's boxed. So I was very pleased with that. But I've done it again yesterday. PlayStation 3 with a controller, no wires. Guy assures me it works perfectly. Well, the hard drive's a bit hanging out. There's no caddy, it's just sort of stuck into the electrical connection and hanging. So, not particularly good that. So I'm going to test it out right now. It's never been opened, it's got the manufacturer's void if opened sticker on it. But it's not a backwards compatible one. So we'll see if it's got the yellow light of death live. I've got a wire set up. And then I've got another one just where my feet are to open. Let's get Woody out of the way. Plug you in. I've got a feeling it's not going to work properly, you know. Okay, this is out of screen, I know. Red lights come on. Turn it on. Stay green. Did you hear that? Yeah, it's done it. Red light of death. I thought it would happen. Green, yellow, 3 little beeps, red. So that is another red light of death repair to be doing. It's a good job I got the capacitors. I've ordered them in from AliExpress. I ordered 100. It takes between 8 and 16 to do one side of the PlayStation 3 board. If you're going to do the whole lot, I think it's about 24. So I've got enough for 4. And now I've got 5 to do, plus my own one. So it could be a time to order some more once I've had a root about inside these. So that's one red light of death one. This was just delivered this morning. Yeah. Open it now. I don't know whether you can see that. Can you not see it? There you go. I'll do it now. It says Hair Cottage. I think that must be an address because there's a town as well. Right, I said to him, please pack it really carefully because once it's repaired I'll be wanting to use it. That's his address, so that's good. But he's packed the edges of it really carefully. He's included a wire, that's nice. Nothing else, that's fine. I only bought the control. I actually offered him, yeah, it was on an offer. I think it was up for £10 or £11. I offered him 9. And he accepted it. So this has cost me 15 including postage. And the main reason I bought this, well, can you tell? The actual finish is really nice. It's only yellow light of death in the advert, but the finish is really nice. There's a couple of small marks on it, but I'm not sure whether they're dirt or scrapes. I think they might be light scrapes. That'll polish. But yeah, it's so much nicer than the front of mine. And yes, I would happily pay £10 for a nice finish front. Right, we'll have a go with the electrical. Plug that in. Turn it on. It's probably not the best way of doing this. There's no holes in the bottom, so I'm not holding the airflow up. That's green. Starting to warm up. Yellow light, red light. Flashing, there you go. Have another go. Green light. Well, it's lasted longer than before. That's strange, isn't it? Now then, that was weird because it was red light of death, yellow light of death a minute ago, and now it's green. Maybe it's temporary. Right, let's have another go. Green light. There you go, green light. There again, it did do the red light of death, yellow light of death. Red light of death is red ring of death. It's off an Xbox 360. So let's have a look, see whether he left the hard drive in. He said he would. Or at least he said there was I think he said there was an 80 gig hard drive in. I've looked at so many when I decided to buy a few to test and practice on before I go with my own particular one. Let's have a look. Well, it's got one in it. What size is it? 40 gigabyte. Not a particularly good size. I think mine's got an 80 gigabyte in it, which again is far too small. I keep having to swap things over when I'm playing them, memories and things like that, or deleting, you know, games I haven't played in 3 months. I don't particularly like that, so what I'm going to do with that one is replace maybe a terabyte, maybe 500 gig hard drive, but I don't think I'll bother with that until I've got it working perfectly. Probably got the cover off this one, this nice cover. Should come off real easy. It's loose now. Onto that one. Yeah. That's working. Ah, it's gone now. Who knows, it could be just the fact that I was holding it up and it had extra airflow. Who knows? Right. That was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Look out later on for it might come out first thing in the morning now, the video of Sunday's pickups. I would have shown you the Sunday pickups from the week before, but 90% of it was video games, and I just don't want to bore the tits off you, you know. I think the rest of the haul was cameras, so think of it as 90% video games, no, maybe 80% video games, 20% cameras, and I spent about 150 quid. So there you go. Now you know. That was a summary of the week before. This week I did pick up some video games, not many, a couple. More interesting stuff. So I will go through it later on today. I've got Woody to wrap. I've wrapped all the rest and they're going down the post office. So see you in 2 hours.